For those joining us for the first time, you know what station it is by listening. No, for the first time, you wouldn't know. It's Nigeria Info 99.3 in the heart of Victoria Island, right here in the city of Lagos. And we announced earlier that there's a treasure hunt for those who would like to play and win 5,000 naira. Wow. I wish I could just step out and play. Just kidding, guys, by the way. So we have a winner. I was going to ring the bell and all that. The winner for today's treasure hunt on WhatsApp Lagos is Udekwe Samuel Ayodiji. All right, congratulations to you. You are, got the treasure for today. You're from Ogun State, and we have your number here, 00927. Hello, excuse me. We're expecting me to mention his number. So, Samuel, congratulations to you, and you have your 5,000 naira. So, guys, it's real. For the next show they're going to play, if you're smart, just stay tuned. All the shows are playing it. And then on Wednesday, we'll have another treasure hunt. But for tomorrow on the show, we'll have the Just a Minute game show where someone will win 10,000 naira. So Nigeria Info, we're like, we're bringing Christmas in February. We're acting the fact of Christmas in February. It's our lifestyle. We give a lot. So, guys, for those joining us, you know that tomorrow is for a Just a Minute game show. On Wednesday, you're going to have the treasure hunt again. And then on Friday, you have the treasure hunt. So, guys, stay connected to the station. Download the app and stay tuned to be a winner. Well, the time is fast spent right now. Look at the time. Check it is right. It's 28 minutes to the top of the hour. And we are set to bring you this morning's episode of Power Solutions, brought to you in partnership with Energy Investment Company All On. And every Monday, this is what we have, the conversation. Today, I have a special co-host joining me. She's been away in a while, and she's back in the studio today. And who am I talking about? No, I can't just introduce her like that. I always put the Adaobi Oniwinde. She's the Policy and Partnerships Manager of All On. She is my co-host on the show today. It is with great delight that I welcome you back to the studio.
The Teke. Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. It's been a minute.
Yes, absolutely. You look,
my colleagues.
Anyway, you look stunning as always.
Well,
so
thank you. My colleagues have ably represented. So
yeah, of course they
good
have.
To be here.
They have.
Being here.
Yeah, so we have yet another guest joining us today, but let me just go ahead and tell you what our conversation is themed as. And I guess will be joining us via Skype. Gentleman with an amazing smile. You get to meet him in just a moment. But first, our focus today on Power Solutions is closing the loop on energy access in Nigeria. That could sound like plenty of English. Not to worry. We'll break it down as we move on. There's a gap. So how do we close that gap? The loop. How do we close that loop where it's leaking, as it were? And we have a special guest joining us. I'll let Adaobi do the honors to bring our guest today.
I was really enjoying all that you're speaking, man. Thank you. Our guest today is Martins Udekwe. He is the co-founder and CEO of Lightsup Energy Solutions, a clean tech company based in Akure in Ondo State. Martins, really good to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here too.
Yeah, man, I can see that smile. So I was right. That's about the amazing smile. So if you are missing out on that, you say, how do you see a smile? Well, we're streaming live on our socials right now. Okay, find us on Facebook and YouTube. Nigeria Info FM on YouTube. On Facebook, it's Nigeria Info 99.3. That way you can view the amazing guest and also see the beautiful face of Adaobi here. And my handsome face too. I know you're expecting that too. So let's get into the conversation right now. Welcome once again. You were just introduced as the co-founder and CEO of Lightsup Energy Solutions. We know that you have a master's, an MSc in physics, and you also co-founded this company in 2017. Please, we'd like to have a bit of your background and how you went from physics to setting up Lightsup Energy Solutions.
Okay. Thank you for the questions. Well, my choice of choosing physics electronics, to me, I feel is the best thing that ever happened to me. because with physics, it taught me critical thinking, having deep conceptual knowledge, understanding about things. Physics has to do with particles and understanding the grassroots of something. So that knowledge actually now helped me to find Lightsup. But that started from childhood. When I was child, like this, like 15 years ago, like say up NEPA, we look up. Sometimes we not see light. So when they say up NEPA, I expect you to see light up. But most times we don't see it. It becomes like a child play. Now sometimes you forget to even look up again. After there's supposed to be light up. Yeah, so that just became the part of me that I was keen to solving.
Yeah.
And then also in my undergraduate days, sometimes there's no light, so I have to go to school. They call it night class. I don't know if you had that. I have to go to school, just to charge our phones and laptops. Yeah, sometimes we get beaten by mosquitoes that when we come back will be worse than when we actually went to night class. So this actually gave me the vibe to actually start something in that space. And that was how I started Lightsup.
Wow, very inspiring.
As they say, necessity or maybe sufferhead is the mother of invention.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit more about Lightsup and what services do you provide? What exactly does your company do?
Okay, I do have Lightsup came when I was at 500 level, like when I founded it. The idea was to power off campus community in Futa. I studied in Futa. The idea was to power all off campus community with solar. So I don't want other students to experience or to be experienced what I'm going through. I decided to work in that space. So I'm lucky for us, we were able to get seed funding from the Tony Lumino Foundation. That was in 2017.
Okay.
So it's a university environment, so we have bright minds. So I was able to gather teams together, plus my co-founder too. So we developed inverter coupled with solar panel. So with that, we were able to go to student lodge, install solar for them, just where they can, the little they could afford. Since we built the solution by ourselves using local resources. So our services are solar, then I also do consulting too. Then recently we now moved to biomass.
That's a lot, huh? Consulting. Wow. I have to say, big up to the level of innovation in Nigerian universities.
That's right.
I've met so many of you young people who started your businesses while you were in university. So real kudos.
Quite inspiring. I mean, thinking about even the story of how we got the name, starting from, because if everyone understands that up NEPA experience, there are times also we even use that, some will use that as as a joke, they just, anytime they say up NEPA and everybody, why did you say that? So I know you can relate to that totally. So having seen that, I said, look, I'm not just going to make this a joke or, make fun of, or make this to be normal. I'm going to come up with something that's a solution. It's innovative. And then little wonder why you're on Power Solutions today, the biggest platform where people like you get to showcase what they've got. My next question to you, would like to know a bit more about what you're doing. So tell us about the unique technology your company came up with. Smokeless briquettes. What are they? What does that mean? What are these things?
Okay. For a while we were doing solar. We were doing well because we had interns, volunteers, we had businesses that come to us to consult. We were doing well. But later I find that the rural community, because in Nigeria there are few companies that does briquettes.
Okay.
And there are even fewer countries that make sure that they extend it to the base of the pyramid. That people that even needed it the most, people that are disconnected in rural communities. So far that people in rural communities, they are actually left out of the picture. Not all of them can afford solar, even the solar home system. They cannot afford it. And cooking is as vital as electricity. They are cooking to them. So we have to now devise a means of reaching out to them. And so we came about with this alternative method of cooking, which is briquettes. So briquette technology is actually meant for the rural people who live in rural areas. Yeah, so where they need to cook and they need heat. So, and from statistics, so that 98,000 Nigerian women actually die of smoke they inhale annually. 98,000.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe not many companies are into it. And I think that's because solar is already developed, but the briquette technology is not fully made yet. So, entrepreneurs are scared into entering that niche. So we took that both step.
Or in case you're listening, fantastic. In case you're listening and you're wondering what he talked about, what he called the smokeless briquette. Okay, briquette, as it were. It's spelled with a Q, but it's pronounced with a K. For those who don't know, you might want to go and check it out. Check the technology online and get more information about it if you're listening to us right now. And it's spelled BRIQUETTES.
Can I just help you out with that? Can I help you out real quick? So I didn't know what briquettes were. So no, of course not. So I checked. And for those who don't know, briquettes are blocks of compressed coal dust or peat used as fuel.
Oh.
Right? Martins?
Yes.
Okay.
So we use palm fronds.
Okay.
As our own, we use palm fronds because Ondo State actually we are known for three things here. That is cocoa, palm kernel oil, palm oil, and bitumen.
Yeah.
So now we use the palm fronds as the raw materials for bitumen for our briquette. So we get them also use maize cobs and rice chaff. So we get them from farmers around. Then we crush them, mash them, then sun dry it, and that's briquette. So it lasts longer, it's cheaper, it's smokeless, it doesn't produce odors like that, and it's cheaper.
Interesting. So I also read that production of briquettes is a 5-step process. So you just mentioned some carbonization, crushing, binding, drying, and then the actual briquetting is a verb. So how long does this whole process take?
Well, right now we're still a startup, so we're still doing it manually.
Okay.
So it takes like on a normal sunny day, it takes up to like 2 days to dry because we don't have the automated machines that we needed.
Okay.
So most process can take up to 3 to 4 days, aside getting them from the farmers, like the raw materials.
Okay.
All right, interesting. If you're just joining us, guys, we're having a chat with a good friend, inspiring gentleman, Martin Udekwe, the founder, CEO of Lightsup Energy Solutions. And we're talking closing the loop on energy access in Nigeria. His story is quite inspiring. In case you missed out on the first part of it, not to worry. You can always find the stream on Nigeria Info FM's page. And you could always get that and listen to it. But we're still on, so stay tuned and get more from this gentleman. Now, you talked about you securing funding from organizations like the Tony Elumelu Foundation, Regional University Forum, Leap Africa, and many more. How easy has it been to get funding, and how has your company used the funds that you received?
Okay, literally we got in funding from Leap Africa, from Tony Elumelu Foundation, and from Leap Africa was more of networking and partnership. So it has not actually been easy. When the competition is out there, a lot of startups coming up now. It has not actually been easy for us to receive funding. Of course, I started this company from undergraduate, like my 500 level. Until now, I'm still in it. So I've never worked anywhere, and I don't intend working anywhere. So making use of this funding requires a lot of sacrifices to me. How to manage them well. So so far, I've built a diverse team of young and bright people. So far, we've done partnership and network. I've increased our networks now. We have a product. We have a product, and we're moving. But I must confess that it has not been easy. Not been easy.
Just a follow-up question on that. So I know you have a core team of 4. I've read you have 15 interns. So you just explained that it's a struggle, and your company is relatively small, yet you have really ambitious projections. You have 250 current users, and by next year you want to grow to 5,000. That's really impressive. And how do you intend to do that? How are you planning to scale?
Okay. I'm planning to scale is I want to increase our production capacity by buying automatic briquetting machine. Yeah. So then we're also piloting a marketing strategy whereby we partner with women-owned kiosks, like kiosk owners that are women. We partner with them, so they are like the last mile for the distribution channel. So we believe that with that model, we can actually scale. But what we need to scale actually is more funding, partnership, and networking. Yeah.
Okay. So, following up on that, funding, All On, actually, you were one of the winners in Hub and All On program, which, tell us about that. You talked about what you need. How did that impact your business, and what do you plan to do with the funds specifically?
Okay. First of all, let me talk about the impact of winning the All On. This client were talking about, discussing about the solar project. So it was like, where are you guys? I don't know how you trust me so much. And then, okay, I don't know, we just went online and so that we are part of winners of All On. The next thing just messaged me like, wow, kudos. The next thing I saw was like 80% alert project. And I was like, wow. So it was actually giving us, it's a big project actually, even in Benue State. So it was like far from us. So it has actually, all of us started giving us the visibility that we need and the network. And people now see confidence in us. And people believe our stories. They are ready to work with us. So with this money, I intend to, expand my market base. Since we already mastered the product, and buy other markets that we need to. So then, pretty much.
Wow. Talk about giving people like you a voice. Talk about giving you the opportunity to be heard and also be seen. And that's what All On is here. And that's why. I mean, I'm sure after the program today, you're gonna have more of such wins. I'm very sure about that. But let's move on to the next question. So I'm also aware that your pitch was on unique clean technology that converts agricultural waste to green energy. That's very important. So describe this technology.
Okay. So what we do, partner with farmers, rural farmers, partner with them. They supply us with the farm funds, the maize hubs, suppliers of them. Now we take them, we pay them too, like little money. So we take it, mash them together, then kind of mix them together. Then sun dry it. Just the simple technology. Well, for now, just sun dry. Then it comes out like a block. Just like how you use charcoal. But charcoal is actually poisonous because so it comes out in a block, well packaged. So we put them in small sacks, small packaging bags, and now we sell to the women around because women are actually target market.
Okay.
Technology.
Wow.
So just to continue on that line of the technology, so I understand that there are two, for people who don't understand this whole briquette thing, so I know that you have two forms. There's honeycomb and stick briquettes. Can just help us visualize what that looks like. I don't know if you have a picture you can show, if there's something that you can show, but explain what the two types are.
How would I say that? Honeycomb.
No, so my point is they do the same thing though, right? They're just two different formats. So one is like a honeycomb and the other one is like sticks.
Yes.
Okay. But they do the same thing. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure most of the things you're talking about today are, I wonder, to a lot of people. And the fact that you're pretty young, I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to play, that's not to talk it down, but I mean, it's just inspire people. And with the projections you have, the things you've done already, and the areas that you are focusing on, this is quite inspiring, I must say. Now, in the last 2 years, we're aware that a Lightsup has added about more than 650 users in 16 rural communities. This is pretty impressive for a small outfit like yours. So, how affordable is this solution? Because, when it comes to creating such solutions or innovations, it goes down to the bottom line, as it were, like how much is it? How can we get, how affordable are these things? So would you like to share information about that?
Okay. But for us, making the technology, it's cost effective. Don't forget, we use low cost technologies for our innovation, just low cost.
Okay.
So, even the charcoal that most of these women use, rural communities, is now even expensive now. Sometimes they buy for buyers 1,000 naira, 1,500. And it still causes them harm, their health. So for us, it's like half of that price.
Wow.
That's 1 kg. We sell per kgs.
Okay.
So half of that price. Yeah, so it's actually affordable, it's cheaper, and it's a lot more convenient for them. So with that, they can use it for just like a kg, use to cook meal for like 3-4 days.
Wow.
Like charcoal burns faster and still brings out smoke. So it's affordable. It's very, very affordable.
I think at this point, let me just quickly, we'll get to that, but do you have a page that, like, somewhere online people can check, some of these things? Because it's radio, in as much as we're having a Skype, is radio. So people can check and see, follow up on more information to see some of these things and how it works. Would you like to share that quickly? That will come again, but can you share that now quickly, just in case someone is wondering, what exactly is it talking about? What does it look like? What does it feel like to use it? So how can they find you?
Okay, I think I have to work on that because our customers are not actually the digital people, rural people.
Okay.
So we meet them one-on-one. Our customers are people in farm. They don't have internet. They don't have internet phones. So I think I'll have to work on what you said now. So most times on our page, we just showcase the solar project and that.
Okay.
But I think I have to work on that. But our customers.
No, but is there like a phone number?
Yeah.
Like a phone number they can call or email or something?
Okay. They can reach us on Instagram, Lightsup Any Solutions.
Okay.
Say that slowly. Reach you on Instagram. What's the address? Say it slowly.
At Lightsup. Okay. Lightsup Energy Solutions.
Okay.
Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Lightsup.
Okay. And is there also a phone number? Do you have a phone number that people can reach you on? Are you okay to share that? Say it slowly.
070 36 79 1927.
Excellent.
All right. That's beautiful. Say the number one more time. Someone is asking here. Say they didn't get the number. Say it one more time.
Okay. 070.
Yep.
36 79 1927.
Fantastic, Martins. Before we let you go, there are a lot of young people out there. We know that power problems in Nigeria are multifaceted. They're on every angle. The women in the market are facing it, the guys in industrial, wherever you are, no matter your class, your level, you have a feel, you have a taste of this no lights experience, as it were. And if you're going to advise young people like you out there to jump into this area of finding solution instead of staying there and complaining. Now, for this Nepal, what would you tell them? If someone is listening right now, could be inspired, certainly inspired by your story. So, but hearing from you directly, how would you inspire them to join this workforce, if you like?
Okay, I would say that access to energy, especially in Nigeria, where we have this bad conditions about energy, access to power supply, especially renewable energy now, is actually paramount to sustainable development in Nigeria. So, I would say for young people like me, I will encourage them to go into this field. The market is just so huge. The market is wide. Although there might be competition, but there's space for everyone. Yeah, so the market is wide, and so it allows more people to come in and explore.
Well said, Martins.
Martins, thank you. I'm really inspired by you. I'm happy it was a guy who actually mentioned how young you look.
Yeah.
So your story is inspiring. You started this in school, young, in a community where there's a great need, and then you've got people like Olon who have actually injected capital into what you're doing. So really, kudos to you. We wish you all the best. And I know that from the messages coming in, I know people have been inspired. So really, thank you. Good having you on the show, and wish you all the best. Your projections are very impressive. We're looking out for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
That's it for Power Solutions today. Remember, this program is brought to you in partnership with Energy Investment Company, Olon, ably represented here today as my co-host on the show by the manager, of course, you like call out Policy and Partnerships Manager in person of Adaobi, Oniwinde. Well, it's a delight again to have you as my co-host on the show today. Will you be around next week?
Always. I won't be around next week.
Okay,
But
it's okay.
my people
there's
are
always
fully on ground.
There's
as
always
you know.
they always represent.
They
So
do. They do.
that was good. And that's it for the show, Nigeria. Thanks for listening. Remember, next week Monday we'll be here again at this time at 11:30 to bring you yet another splendid episode of the show. God bless you. Bye for now.